Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Minsk Pocket. Our heroes today are going to be HelpingHans, playing for the Soviets. And his opponent is going to be Abdul, playing for the Germans. So, HelpingHans should probably be very well known, considering that for the Germans, he actually currently holds the #1 rank in 1v1. And for the Soviets, if I'm not mistaken, he's also very, very high up. I can actually check that right now. For the Soviets, he is currently ranked 23 globally, so pretty good player. So I think we can expect great things from the game. So anyways, Minsk Pocket, we all know it. Pretty good map. And as far as build orders goes, we see that Abdul has selected his doctrine already, and that is the Mechanized Assault Doctrine, with which he has gotten himself Assault Grenadiers. So, we shall see how HelpingHans deals against Assault Grenadiers. Obviously, he should probably know exactly how to deal with them and how to use them effectively, considering, well, he's #1 as German, so that is quite an impressive feat. So, anyways, let's stop gushing over him and see the game. We have the combat engineers for HelpingHans, just moving over to the left-hand side, capturing territory. Conscripts going into the center. HelpingHans is building, standard conscripts. Probably going to get himself a third conscript. There it goes. Yep, third conscript hitting the field. And for Abdul, he is getting himself Assault Grenadiers with his doctrine, and he now has a second Assault Grenadier hitting the field. First Assault Grenadier squad going straight up the middle, well, not up the middle, it went a little bit to the side, but to the middle right now, engaging the first conscript squad for HelpingHans. Conscript squad is being pushed away by the Assault Grenadiers. They are taking some damage on the move, but, well, the submachine guns aren't that great at long range, so they managed to stave off a lot of damage. Once the Assault Grenadiers change direction, the conscripts for HelpingHans are now again pursuing them and engaging them at long range, so that is going to give them the advantage against these Grenadiers. Grenadiers are not going to be able to do a lot of damage at long range, but with a Pioneer squad coming up to support and a second Assault Grenadier squad falling upon this conscript squad is in a lot of trouble. Now down to about half health with all of their men intact. One of them gets shot on the move and falls down, bouncing through the force of that shot. Second Assault Grenadier squad pushing forward against that conscript squad. The original one is just standing in the fuel point trying to capture it. We have now 3 conscript squads engaging against 2 Assault Grenadiers, 1-on-1 down south and 2-on-1 up north. One conscript squad though is now down to 4 men. It's the original one, so it's taking a big beating against those Assault Grenadiers. Down to 3 men, probably down to 2 before it retreats. Yeah, it does retreat at 3. Can it make it alive at 3? Yeah, it makes it alive just fine. Second conscript squad now getting circled around by these Grenadiers. The ones down south have taken a little bit of a beating, but the Assault Grenadier squad is now down to 2 men, so they have much less firepower available to them now. And up north, we still have a 6-on-4 with a very low health Assault Grenadier squad. Grenadier squad down south finally retreats in the face of that conscript squad at 3 men, and the one up north also ends up retreating. We now have 3 Assault Grenadier squads on the field for Abdul and 2 Pioneers. So his second Pioneer, no, it didn't actually build anything, so interesting choice. Simply sent it over to the right-hand side. As far as HelpingHans, he has now produced himself a 4th conscript squad, and it looks like he got himself Molotovs. So, very nice. Those should help out against those Assault Grenadiers. A little bit south, we have the newest Assault Grenadiers just pushing forward, pushing away those combat engineers. They really stand no chance, and one of them actually drops dead on the retreat to those Assault Grenadiers. Pioneers on the left-hand side, cutting off that territory for HelpingHans. HelpingHans pushing forward with conscript squad, which is currently damaged. He is currently researching medics, so he will be able to correct that for future engagement, but that conscript squad unfortunately is out on the field full strength but with less health, same as this one over here. So center map, Assault Grenadiers pushing to the fuel. 3-man conscript squad is going to lose that fight, but HelpingHans is simply going to move it to the other side of this hedge before it retreats. No, it's actually going to keep it on the field. He's just going to simply send it over to the right-hand side, while 2 not brand new, but fully reinforced conscript squads engage those Assault Grenadiers. Point blank, they will be taking additional damage against those Assault Grenadiers because of the close range SMGs, but the Assault Grenadiers are severely outnumbered, so they will take a lot of punishment. Conscript squad that was already damaged is now down to 3 men, but the Assault Grenadiers decide to retreat. They cannot win this fight, and the Conscript decide to retreat at 3 men. Right-hand side, the conscripts, it looked like they might have finished capping this point and also end up retreating. There was a pioneer coming against them. While pioneers are not that intimidating, down to 3 men, you know, that conscript squad wasn't going to win that fight. Also very low in health. Left-hand side, conscript squad getting burned to crisp by pioneers with a flamethrower and end up having to retreat. And we now have 2 assault grenadiers in the center, pushing away another conscript squad at 6 men. They decide to retreat, not wanting to lose any additional men and manpower, and those medics are going to make sure that those get back on the field at full strength. Currently, though, the entire map is at the mercy of Abdul. He has managed to take the map from Helping Hands with his assault grenadiers. We have no tech for Abdul just yet, and we can probably expect at least tier 2. Not sure if he's going to be taking all the way to tier 3, but we shall see. So anyways, infantry for Helping Hands pushing out again on the field in force. That is 3 conscript squads and a assault grenadier. They are going to the left-hand side to push away that lone assault grenadier. Assault grenadiers aren't really going to be able to do much against these squads. Assault grenades, well, I like to call them assault grenades. Going up against the infantry, they managed to dodge it quite nicely, not taking pretty much any amount of damage. And they are now again setting up to shoot at those assault grenadiers. Assault grenadiers do end up capturing the point. So currently Helping Hands does not have any territory in his name. He does have a couple sectors captured, but none of them are connected. He is currently isolated from the rest of the map, territory-wise. Center of the map, assault grenadiers getting attacked by 2 conscript squads. There is no nearby squad for support. And a Molotov lands right where the assault grenadiers were, but they were long gone, retreating back home. They're going to get reinforced and hit the field once they get back to full strength. Tech going down. No, not even a tech. This is actually a bunker. Okay, so looks like Abdul is still saving everything. He has been spending resources, so again, I'm pretty sure he's building. Yeah, there we go. So he's going straight for tier 3. So skipping tier 1, tier 2 with those assault grenadiers, and so far it actually worked quite well. He managed to do a lot of damage to Helping Hands by basically cutting off the entire map. Pioneer squad getting mauled by those conscripts, down to 1 man on the retreat, makes it out alive. Assault grenadiers pushing forward, laying down to hurt one of those conscript squads, down to 3 men. It looks like they want to chase him. Molotov landing again where the assault grenadiers were, but they had already moved out of the way and are now on top of the conscript squad, but now surrounded by conscripts and an engineer coming up for support with a flamethrower, and those assault grenadiers are now running for their life, with one of them burning alive, but managing to outrun the flames because he's just so fast. Conscript squad over here on the right-hand side, it looks like he's going to try to start cutting off points for Abdul, trying to return the favor as far as territory goes. And Abdul has now built his tier 3, but is not currently able to build anything from it. Although, no, he does have, yeah. Ooh, nice, an Ostwind. That is going to be quite excellent. Helping Hands is currently building something. No, he's building an engineer. Mines going down by Helping Hands, so anticipating some type of vehicle on the field, or, well, even infantry can run against that, because Soviet mines are awesome. And, yeah, very nice to see mines being laid down. And these conscripts are probably going to go for either this point right here, or this point over here. And they're going north. Okay, so they might run into those pioneers, but they will be able to decap that point and cut off at least a sector of the map for Abdul, and that is a munitions again. Left-hand side, we see an engagement. Conscripts again, assault grenadiers pushing onto them, and the flak panzer is about to finish and hit the field just about now. There it goes. Flak panzer hitting the field, so that's going to be quite a nasty surprise for Helping Hands. Assault grenadiers pushing forward. They do run into the mine, so now they are down to 3 men. Flamethrower on the engineers does throw a little burst there, but doesn't actually kill anything, but it does force the retreat, and they are going to have to head back home. Helping Hands has already selected his doctrine as well, and that is the mechanized support tactics, and he got himself a guard squad from that, so that guard squad will be able to help him against that flak panzer. Obviously it's not a counter, but it is a deterrent, and if not managed properly by Abdul, can actually die. Conscripts over here on the right-hand side actually losing a fight against the Pioneers for some reason. One of them died, but the Pioneers decide to retreat, and center of the map, flak panzer is going in force against with assault grenadiers and a pioneer squad for support, and it's just simply going against conscripts. We have a guard squad on the field, but it's over here on the left-hand side. Does not have DP light machine gun, so it cannot button, the Flak Panzer, and we currently have Tier 2 on the field for Helping Hands. Flak Panzer pushing forward, opening up on something like an engineer squad. Down to 2 men. Ooh, is the engineer squad gonna die? It is being focused by the Flak Panzer. Nasty shots down to 1 man. Can it actually make it out alive? It is probably gonna retreat. No, still gonna stay there. And there we go. Second conscript squad moving up against the Assault Grenadiers. And the Flak Panzer taking a beating in the face. And the engineers, ooh, actually very nice there by Helping Hands. He actually merges his conscripts with the engineer squad and just retreats the conscripts that are currently at 3 men. While it might seem weird, you know, to retreat your conscripts rather than your engineer, that was actually kind of a guarantee that the squad was going to retreat and make it out alive, because the engineer was at 1 man and 1 stray shot from the Flak Panzer could have actually taken it out. But the conscripts, you know, had more men and they retreated at 3, so they had way more possibilities of making it out alive. So very nice. Flak Panzer going straight into the base of Helping Hands. A AT gun is now on the field, but it ends up setting up in the worst angle possible. The Flak Panzer just gets behind it and is now currently decrewing the base. Does he actually have 18 nades? 18 nades are currently getting researched. They're still not done. It's going to be a little while. The Flak Panzer is now backing off. It's going to take a shot. No. The AT gun does end up getting, well, not taken out, but takes a lot of losses. It does end up shooting once at the Flak Panzer, but the Flak Panzer is now out of its range and should be able to get repaired with the Pioneers very close by. Left-hand side, the engineers that got merged with the conscripts are engaging Assault Grenadiers. Assault Grenadiers down to 1 man. They do get shot on the retreat by that conscript squad, and nice pickup there for Helping Hands. He now has 1 less Assault Grenadier squad to deal with. Flak Panzer in the center taking some shots at a Combat Engineer squad. The Combat Engineer squad is just simply walking it off and going further up north. It is going to meet up with a conscript squad in the fuel point, and Helping Hands is finally going to start getting some type of income. AT gun did manage to stay on the field, even though if it got, you know, decrewed, it was going to be just here, so not really that big of a loss. Mines getting laid down, very nice, but there is a minesweeper on the field for Abdul, so if he supports it with, you know, if he supports the Flak Panzer with that, those mines are not going to be effective. Flak Panzer not wanting to be touched by the Pioneers, apparently, keeps on skirting away and not letting them repair, but trying to keep a child still, but, you know, when you're trying to feed them or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, AT gun pushing on forward. It's actually in range of the Flak Panzer. The Flak Panzer moves forward into the range of the AT gun for some reason, and it decides to actually stop. Pioneers are going to finish the repairs. Doesn't have a full engine because it got 18-aided by a conscript squad, so it needs to, you know, wait, get repaired. And the Pioneers said, you know what? We don't actually feel like repairing. We're just going to stay here around you, and we're not going to. Interesting. More mines being laid down by Helping Hands, very nice. But again, if those minesweepers get used properly, it's going to be quite difficult for those mines to detonate. Guards rifle and conscripts engaging on Assault Grenadiers. The Assault Grenadiers do get forced away by those squads. Left-hand side, the Assault Grenadiers do run on top of the mine, and they get brought down to 2 men, forced on the retreat by conscripts and the Combat Engineers. Flak Panzer still on the field, a little bit out of range of that AT gun. Needs to get repaired. The Pioneers are now finally repairing, it looks like. No, it looks like they're trying to, but the Flak Panzer doesn't stay still. There it goes. Finally, they're going to start getting repairs. No, yes, there it goes. Takes a while for those men to obey orders. Pioneers for Abdul over on the left-hand side, northern victory point. They're just going to capture that. We have a conscript following them in the capping order, essentially, and recapturing that point. And down a little bit south, we have the Combat Engineers laying down more mines and capturing that munitions point. So very nice by Helping Hands. Those mines haven't been as critical as he would want to, probably, but they have been, you know, effective against the infantry. They've run through them and forced the retreat, you know, so... Not getting any squad kills or vehicles so far, but, you know, they've done some damage. Panzer IV now hitting the field for Abdul. This is going to be quite painful for Helping Hands. This is, if Abdul, you know, is very aggressive with it, this could allow it to have the Panzer IV take a couple shots from the AT gun and use the Flak Panzer to, you know, strafe it, get it down, and clear it out. But, well, AT gun set up correctly to the Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer takes a nasty AT gun to the engine and gets it cleared out. Nice assault grenades on top of the AT gun, gets it cleared out. So now Helping Hands has no anti-tank to speak of, basically. He has his Guards Rifle, but the Guards Rifles now have to deal with a Panzer IV and a Flak Panzer combined, so that is way too much for those PTRS rifles. And the AT gun is now simply going to get taken over by those assault grens, and the grens are probably going to retreat back home. So this isn't looking good for Helping Hands. He did, or is building himself. Did he finish it? Yeah, he finished. He did build himself Tier 4, so that'll allow him to get those Su-85s that could potentially counter, you know, the Panzer IV. But he doesn't currently have the fuel to get it, so he has to wait a little bit. All his units pretty much are back at base now. We have a conscript squad on the right-hand side. She's capturing territory, and the other conscript squad on the left chasing those pioneers that have been capturing territory around them. So they're just chasing themselves, capturing territory as they go. Panzer IV going straight into the base. He knows that he cleared out that AT gun. There is a mine right in front of the base. That mine could potentially get that Panzer IV, but the Panzer IV, unfortunately, for Helping Hands, that is, does not run over the mine. It's now angling itself towards the mine. No, it just angles itself to expose its side armor to the guards. And an AT gun gets, again, called in by Helping Hands. Takes a shot at the Panzer IV, but it misses. And the Panzer IV, ooh, very nice shot there. It was already out of range, but the shot flew through, and it brought the Panzer IV to almost about half health. So, very nice shot there. Artillery barrage by the stolen AT gun is missing. The new AT gun for Helping Hands. Helping Hands could return to favor and artillery it and try to clear it out, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like he doesn't want to do that. But the Flak Panzer is right on top of it. Ooh, very nice shot there. Actually clears it out, and the AT gun is now back. Well, not back in the position of Helping Hands, but it could be taken again by Helping Hands. There is an assault grenadier squad right next to it, so they're probably going to be the ones to take it, and they do. And the coward over here runs through the water. No, he just jumps into the water. He killed himself. He drowned himself rather than face the wrath of his comrades. Hello. Black Panther taking shots at the pushing infantry, doing a lot of damage on the units on the move. The Panzer IV trying to get repaired by those piles. Does end up having to back off. Right-hand side, conscripts, or a conscript was on the wrong side apparently. Might have taken a shot at this guy, it looks like. I don't know. A lot of mines laid down by Helping Hands though, so that's very nice mine usage. And the assault grenadiers are having to back away. Also to note, Abdul did end up replacing his lost assault grenadier squad, so he's again now up to 3 assault grenadier squads. AT guns just opening up on the infantry that's moving. The assault grens themselves are just trying to hold their ground. Nice nades going right on top of all the infantry. They don't do a lot of damage by themselves, and the assault grenadiers do end up having to retreat. Flak Panzer moving up, taking some shots at the conscripts, doing a lot of annoying damage for Helping Hands, and the assault grens make it out. AT guns just taking some shots, and might even want to artillery, although I don't think it knows where the conscript squad is. Ooh, very nice shot there by the Su-85 for Helping Hands. Clears off the stolen AT guns, so, well, at least one less thing to worry about, right? So Su-85 already making an impact on the field. Takes a nasty shot at that Flak Panzer, although it didn't really do that much. Ooh, very nice second shot there. The AT gun also did its work there, and the Flak Panzer is now very low in health. Blitz being used by Abdul, getting his Flak Panzer out of the way. He doesn't want to lose it to that Su-85, and he is probably now going to get it repaired. He's still with that speed bonus, so he's going to get it out of there so fast. And the Su-85 now has nothing to shoot at. Panzer IV did get fully repaired, so it's going to still be there on the field. It does back off a little bit, not wanting to get sniped in a accidental way against the Su-85. And we now see Panzer Grenadiers being produced for Abdul, so interesting. So he went straight to Tier 3 to get those tanks, and now he back-tech to Tier 2. Again, very nice to see that, actually. It isn't something you see quite often for players to back-tech. Most of the times they have a an idea in their head, which is to, I don't know, this game I'm going to go Tier 1, Tier 3, and let's say, like for the Soviets, they go Tier 1, Tier 3 to get the fastest T-70 or something like that, and then they start getting T-34s, but, you know, the German player gets a lot of armor, and the T-34s can't really do much against them, or they're not faring well, and he doesn't ever say like back tech to tier 2 to get AT guns to help out his T-34s, things like that. So nice to see players doing that. So a second Panzer Grenadier squad is getting produced for Abdul. First Panzer Grenadier squad is barely hitting the field. So he's going to have a lot of anti-infantry capabilities with those and the Assault Grenadiers combined, so it's quite nice. Unfortunately, in that setup, there's still no Fausts, so they don't have the capability of snaring, essentially, the Su-85. But the Panzer Grenadiers could, they do, that's what I was going to say, they could get Panzer Shreks, which they do, so if you get those supported by an Assault Grenadier squad, they have a lot of anti-infantry capabilities, especially with the nades, and they have a decent amount of, very nice hit there on the Assault Grens. They do run on top of mine, 2 of them that go down instantly, and away go the Panzer Grenadiers.
The territory is in our hands.
So far, we see HelpingHans setting up a nice defensible position, or, well, not defensible position, but holding his side of the map quite nicely, setting up a lot of mines, being quite annoying. Conscripts pushing forward against a vanilla Assault Grenadier squad. Yeah, well, it's not vanilla, actually. It's had its own share of kills, but it hasn't managed to get vet so far. So the vet 2 on those conscripts, allowing them to stay there for a little while longer, but the Flak Panzer isn't making it easy. AT gun moves into the area to take some shots at the Flak Panzer, forcing it away, and back it goes. Assault Gren supported by 2 Pyos, one with a flamethrower and one with a minesweeper, which you can use to smack his opponent in the head. But the Assault Grenadiers themselves are down to 2 men. Be a little bit careful on that. Nasty shots flying by everything. The Assault Grens do make it out alive at 1 man. Or, no, looks like that was a call-in. Yeah, cluster. Very nice call-in there by Abdul. Actually clears out the AT guns, so the Flak Panther now has free reign on this side of the map. The Su-85 is on the left-hand side, so it's not in range to shoot the Flak Panther. And we see that something actually got killed. What was it? A conscript, or is it? No, I think it was actually talking about the AT gun. And we now see that Abdul is using his Flak Panzer to destroy the AT gun. He doesn't want to recrew it, but he doesn't want to leave it for HelpingHans to get back. And down goes the AT gun. Flak Panzer now going to take some shots from the Su-85. The Su-85 actually misses the Flak Panzer, and the Guards rifle are not in range to button it. And very nice. Abdul actually uses again Blitzkrieg to get it out of the area and not risk losing it. Panzer IV, it looks like it did take some shots by the Su-85 at some point, so it's currently at about 80% health. It needs to get repaired. Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward for Abdul into the center victory point. Nice nade by the Guards right in the middle of them, but unfortunately the 3 men were a little bit far behind the lead guy, and none of them actually end up taking any losses. Nasty shot there by the Panzer IV. It looks like it might have been the Panzer IV. Takes out a lot of Guards, and they do end up retreating at 3 men. Su-85 backs away. It's currently at about 90% health, so it's a decent amount of health, but it's a little wary of flanks. Conscripts pushing against those those Panzer Grenadiers, and the Panzer Grenadiers, even though they're at 3 men, they are, they're there. It's just manhandling them so bad. Panzer Grenadiers down to 2 men, very low in health, but they are still going to be on the field. Panzer Shreks on the other Panzer Grenadier squad do some nasty damage to the Su-85. The Su-85 needs to back off. It did pop its focus sight, so it's very, very slow. It is trying to get supported by all the infantry here. We have conscripts and 2 combat engineers with flamethrowers trying to stop those advancing infantry. And now we see that focus sight got unused, or removed. Tiger now on the field for Abdul. This is going to be very difficult for HelpingHans to deal with. He now has 2 Su-85s, which could take down a Tiger by itself, but with the support of a Panzer IV, if used properly, those Su-85s are going to be in a lot of trouble. Abdul does, unfortunately, take some shots on the Panzer IV, which was currently leading the charge, and down goes the Panzer IV. Very nice use there by HelpingHans for the Su-85. The Su-85 takes a shot on the frontal armor by the Tiger. The Tiger just simply laughs at the shots of the Su-85 that are currently bouncing off its frontal armor. The second Su-85 is over here on the right-hand side, taking some shots at the Panzer Grenadiers, and maybe the Flak Panzer? Yeah, it is. But the Flak Panzer is now currently vet 2, and at vet 2 it gets reduced, a lot of damage reduced, basically. It doesn't actually get the side skirts like the other tanks do, but it's essentially the same thing. so the Su-85 is not able to kill it off. Panzer Shreks on those Panzer Grenadiers do some good damage to that Su-85, bringing it to about 90% health. Actually, that wasn't that good damage to this. Okay. So a little bit of victory there for Helping Hands. He did manage to finish off a Panzer IV while not suffering any armor losses himself. So he must be feeling pretty good about that at this point. Conscripts pushing into the center to recapture that victory point, which are currently not even, but quite, quite even for all purposes really here, because we have 318 points for Helping Hands to 390 for Abdul. So Abdul is currently leading in that point, but Helping Hands is about to double cap him. So, well, or take the victory point lead, that is. Not big victory point leads, but, capture victory points is what I'm trying to say. So it is, anybody's game at this point. Conscripts pushing into that, what am I trying to say? Pushing into the victory point, although they actually pushed past it for some reason, and now they retreat. They are getting mauled by Assault Grens and Panzer Grenadiers, so they're taking a lot of automatic fire, but they do manage to make it out alive at 4. Left-hand side, we see the Tiger duking it out against guards and an AT gun. It might have actually taken some shots. It is down to about 80% health. Flak Panzer is now back to full strength and helping out. Su-85 over on the right-hand side, still at 90% health, taking some shots at those Grens in the victory point, but they don't actually manage to do anything because they're Su-85s. Ooh, very nice. Su-85 actually manages to get a kill on one of the infantry here, and the Panzer Grens are now down to 3 men. Su-85 does need to retreat. It does end up taking off its focus side and backing off. It is very low in health, at about 20% health, so it needs to get repaired to be effective. Flak Panzer down the left-hand side. It looks like it's hunting infantry. There is a 3-man conscript squad very nearby, and he could actually kill it off. Flak Panzer pushing forward at lightning speed, gets itself behind that AT gun, and the AT gun is now in a lot of trouble. There is nothing nearby to help it out. There is an Su-85 that's currently moving to its aid to try to help it out, but the Flak Panzer is going to be able to decrew it. No, it looks like it might actually make it out alive, and the Su-85 is going to take a shot at the Flak Panzer because it's going a little bit too forward. Flak Panzer does take a shot at the AT gun, bringing it down to 2 men, but it could get merged with this conscript squad, although this conscript squad is going center, trying to engage the Panzer Grenadiers currently in the center, not center, but the fuel point in front of Helping Hands space. 2 conscript squad and a flamethrower engineer against these Panzer Shreks. Panzer Shreks do throw a bundle lane where infantry once was, but they had long gone from there. Nice Shrek getting dropped there by Abdul. That is going to be quite useful for Helping Hands. He shoots it at the Assault Grens. The Assault Grens, one of them is actually on fire. They're taking some nasty shots by the infantry. Nice flame burst goes down. 2 of them catch on fire immediately. And down to 2 men on that Assault Grenadier squad. The Assault Grenadier squad needs to retreat. We did lose a conscript squad at one point. I don't actually see where. We're just notified that we lost one. And the conscripts at Bed 3 do manage to make it alive. Bed 2 conscript squad with the Shrek gets the increased accuracy, and the Tiger is going forward against the Su-85. The Su-85 is currently at 90% health. Nice shot there by the Panzer Shrek. Does actually penetrate and do a little bit of damage to the... ooh, very nasty shot there by the Tiger. Shoots the guy that was about to shoot off the Panzer Shrek. And those conscripts need to probably get out of there or get merged with somebody, but nobody's there to reinforce. There is a half-track on the field for Helping Hands, so very nice. It was, as well as we were talking about back-ticking, Helping Hands decided to get himself tier 3 and got himself a half-track from there, which is very nice. Again, we usually see that. And he will be able to reinforce his field, his units on the field, that is. And, get them back to full strength. This conscript squad is still at 2 men, so it needs a little bit of help, but yeah. Flak Panzer trying to get the flank on this Su-85. Flak Panzer can actually do decent amount of damage to the rear armor of an Su-85, so the Su-85 is in a little bit of trouble. Tiger tank pushing forward. This conscript squad is still at 2 men. It needs to get reinforced, otherwise he's going to lose that Panzer Shrek. Panzer Shrek is now retreating. Can he actually make it out alive, though? The Su-85 does go down to the combined forces of the Tiger, and the Flak Panzer, the AT gun does get turned around and is currently shooting at that Flak Panzer. The half-track is running away, trying to get out of the range of that Tiger, while all the infantry forces for Helping Hands are currently retreating, going back to its base. Center map conscript squad is still on the field, trying to stay there alive. It is helping out the... ooh, a second Tiger on the field now for Abdul. That is going to be quite painful for Helping Hands. He only has 1 Su-85 left. One of them went down to those 2 vehicles, and the AT gun also gets decrewed. The half-track is trying to make a run for it, trying to go for the base. Can he actually make it out alive? The Flak Panzer is taking some shots at it. Can he make it out? AT gun taking a shot at, no, actually SU-85 taking a shot at the Flak Panzer. The Flak Panzer takes a nasty shot, but it blitz out of there, and it's now out of range of the SU-85. Tiger's going forward. It's trying to go for the kill against HelpingHans, but the Tiger hits a mine, gets a damaged engine, so not a lot of damage. Shreks on those conscripts are going to be quite useful at this situation. They are getting pummeled by the Tiger though, but they are getting, no, they're actually not getting reinforced. PTRS rifle and Shrek plus the SU-85 opening up on that Tiger. They should be able to clear off one of these Tigers before they retreat. Well, this one to be precise. There we go, damaged engine, destroyed engine that is, and now Tiger. So a little bit too greedy there for Abdul. He was going for the kill, which was a good option, but a very nice place mine there from long ago for HelpingHans actually turns it around in his favor. So very nice. So Guards Rifle pushing out, Vet 2 now full strength. We still have that Panzer Shrek and a Vet 3 squad now, so that is going to be quite nasty for HelpingHans. And this Tiger now has a lot to worry about. Over on the, where is it? Over on the base we have the Flak Panzer getting once again repaired. The Flak Panzer now has 49 kills. That is 47 infantry kills and 2 vehicles to its name destroyed. That is quite nasty. Half-Track actually made it out alive, surprisingly enough. It ran in front of 2 Tigers and a Flak Panther, and it managed to make it out alive. So very nice driving skills there for that half-track. SU-85 now at Vet 2, so this is going to be quite valuable for HelpingHans. At Vet 2 you get increased weapon damage, and it reduces the damage that it takes. So yeah, at Vet 2 the SU-85 is quite a beast with its gun, and it can do a lot of damage even to the Tiger. Conscript squad coming up behind the Tiger, trying to get a surprise 18-8. They do throw it off, but it doesn't actually crit against the engine, and the Tiger just simply returns the favor, shooting them, and they are now down to 3 men. I mean 3 men. Right hand side, Assault Grenadiers capturing. So Abdul did take a lot of losses in that engagement. He is now down to only 1 Assault Gren and 1 P-Gren. He is producing a 2nd Panzer Grenadier squad to you know, support her, to bolster his units. but yeah, I mean, he lost a lot of infantry. HelpingHans currently has 3 conscript squads on the field, all with Vet, 2 with Vet 3, 1 with Vet 2. And a guard squad with Vet 2. So, you know, yes, a lot more infantry compared.
Well done, comrades. The point is ours.
Panzer Grenadiers running past these conscripts, trying to capture territory. There is another conscript squad moving up. There's something dropped here, and this is a PTRS rifle. PTRS rifle could be picked up by HelpingHans again. A Vet 3 conscript squad would help him out a lot. We'll see what he ends up doing. There is this guard squad, though, that could actually pick up its own PTRS rifle. I'm sure it's theirs. Yeah, it is actually theirs. So they're going to find it. They notice that it was there. So, okay. So the guard rifle is now back to full strength as far as firepower goes. Not bad there. Panzer Grenadiers in the center, engaging the guards. Not the guards, the engineers. And a conscript squad. We now see the anti-air gun on the half-track. That is going to help out against infantry quite a lot. And it still has the capability of reinforcing. It just loses the capability to garrison any units. We do hear the Flak Panzer over here on the left-hand side is taking some shots at those Panzer Shrek-equipped conscripts. The conscripts are running away, but the Flak Panzer is pursuing. There is a guards rifle in the path, and they will be able to stop the Flak Panzer from chasing down and killing off that Panzer Shrek-equipped conscripts. PTRS rifles opening up on that Flak Panzer, doing some damage, but the Flak Panzer is doing way more damage than those PTRS rifles can hope to do. SU-85 moving into the zone, plus an AT gun. They take a nasty volley of shots at that Flak Panzer, doing it only about some 30% damage at most, and it just backs away and will make it out alive. So, yeah, this Flak Panzer is now up to 55 kills. That is one very valuable Flak Panzer. And if it hits Vet 3, it's going to increase its weapon damage, which is going to be ridiculous. Imagine at the speed that it can kill infantry. I mean, it can only kill infantry already so fast that, yeah. Left-hand side, conscripts is capturing territory. We see the Tiger going into the center for Abdul, taking some shots at those conscripts, and very nasty shots there. Down to 3 men on that conscript squad. The Tiger itself is now up to 27 kills. Very nice. A lot of kills for a Tiger. It has Vet 1, so it gets the Blitzkrieg ability again, so that Tiger could be quite fast and could actually get behind that SU-85 quite easily, but of course, it would run the risk of getting that, getting the engine damage by an 18-8 if it runs, you know, in between the conscripts. 2 SU-85s on the field now for HelpingHans, so that is gonna make it a little bit easier to deal with that Tiger. Panzer Grenadier Squad getting pushed away, and we have an AT gun also on the left-hand side for support. Tiger is simply just standing there near its fuel point, trying to salvage what it can, but we have the Su-85 just pushing forward. This Su-85 is the Vet-2 one, which is going to do a lot of damage to that Tiger, so the Tiger can't really oppose it much. Flak Panzer on the left-hand side, still alive, still doing a lot of damage, still being quite annoying, and it will be even more annoying if it manages to get behind the Su-85. But there is an AT gun there for support, but again, the AT gun could get very quickly cleared off. More mines being laid down by Helping Hands. Very nice, very nice. Panzer Grenadiers pushing into the center of their own sector, I guess you could say, onto that fuel point. They're probably going to throw a bundle lane. No, they actually decide to retreat, and the conscripts are down to 5 men. They could get reinforced by that half-track, but Helping Hands is not moving it forward right now. I guess that's not his primary concern right now. Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer Shreks pushing forward. With those Panzer Shreks, they do lose that anti-infantry capability. I mean, basically half. Not exactly half, because you can still kill. Oh, very nice shot there by the AT gun for artillery. It manages to... Oh, that Vet-3 squad is going to die. That Vet-3 squad is going to go down. Down to 1 man. Get it out of there. Get it out of there, Helping Hands. No, he's going to lose. Quite an unlucky break there from Helping Hands. He does end up losing a Vet-3 conscript squad. It wasn't the one with the Shrek, so I guess, you know... silver lining, I guess you could say. Conscript squad again at Vet-3 getting pushed away by that Tiger. There is a combat engineer squad that's about to get run down by that Tiger, but the Guards Rifle do manage to button it. Vet-3 Su-85 opening up on the Tiger itself, doing a lot of damage. Mark vehicle didn't actually go down. That could have actually tipped it over the edge, but the Su-85 should be able to finish off that Tiger. The PTR rifles are shooting at the rear of it, and down goes the Tiger for Abdul. Very nice pickup there for Helping Hands. And we now have Abdul at less than 300 points, like the game just told us. Nasty losses there for Abdul. He is now down to 3 Panzer Grenadiers and a Assault Grenadier squad, plus the Pioneers. I mean, I guess you could count those. And the Flak Panzer, which has not died so far, up to 60 kills now. Did actually finish off one of those Vet-3 conscript squads, so that is going to be very annoying for Helping Hands. And we actually ended up losing the half-track at some point. Su-85 pushing forward against that Vet-3 Flak Panzer, the Vet-3 Flak Panzer. No, wait, that's actually a T-34, which is quite nice. Interesting. T-34 isn't going to be able to do much against the Flak Panzer, but it could ram it and allow Su-85 to finish it off. Interesting choice to go for a T-34. I mean, I guess he doesn't really need another Su-85. 2 Su-85s should be able to deal with whatever armor comes out unless he micros incorrectly. Panzer Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers pushing forward on the left-hand side. They should be able to decrew that AT gun before everything is done. We have all the infantry and Su-85s and another half-track on the field. They're going to lay down some shots on those infantry. But with those Panzer tricks, that half-track could go down. Careful. Black Panzer over here on the left-hand side, taking some shots at those combat engineers. Combat engineers are going to have to retreat. We have another AA gun on the half-track. The half-track is opening up on all the infantry. It's doing a decent amount of damage. Down to 1 man on the Assault Grenadier. Assault Grenadier does end up retreating. Nasty barrage there by the Panzer tricks on the half-track, and it does end up taking it down, which is what we were saying. And the Assault Grenadiers actually managed to make it out alive from that fight in the midst of that distraction. Flamethrowers trying to stop those Panzer tricks. Panzer tricks taking some nasty shots at that Su-85. The Su-85 though does have Vet-3 with significant damage taken, so that allows it to take those shots like a champ and make it out alive. Blitz being engaged again on that that Flak Panzer, but the Flak Panzer now has a heavily damaged engine, so even with that, it is moving at a snail's pace. And I think it's finally going to be taking out for Helping Hands, and he's probably going to be feeling very good about that. And down goes the Flak Panzer, so one less thing to worry about. And we now see a Tiger again on the field for Abdul. A little bit late on the Tiger, unfortunately. I mean, obviously he couldn't really help it. It's resource-wise. But yeah, the Flak Panzer is now dead, so that Tiger is going to be quite alone, and it's not going to have any support. We see the Su-85s just pushing forward. This SU-85 Bed 3 is very low in health. It's about 30% health. It has 5 infantry kills and 3 vehicles have been destroyed so far. It actually even killed a friendly. Wonder if that was the half-track. T-34 also backed up near the base for Helping Hands. It is very low in health. Tiger pushing into the center, trying to catch those Su-85s unprepared. Bed 3 Su-85 turns around, takes a nasty shot at that Tiger with marked vehicle right on top of the Tiger. It does a lot of damage. Su-85s take some shot, but don't actually manage to connect with the Tiger. And the Tiger moves around the corner, actually managing to stay alive, at least for a while. We do see a Bed 3 conscript squad running, trying to catch that Tiger. It is going to be able to get in range to throw a nade well before the Tiger manages to shoot at them, although they did run in front of its line of sight. Oh, but he didn't actually have enough for a 18A. That's why they didn't throw it. Su-85 keeps on pushing forward, but it doesn't actually manage to finish it off. The Tiger did get brought down to about 20% health, I guess you could say 25 maybe. So it needs to get repaired. So again, the Su-85s have done their job quite nicely, and they're just simply going to back off. We have the Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward with their Panzer Tricks. The Su-85 just simply need to back off, and the infantry for Helping Hands should be able to deal with these on their own. Combined, they have pretty much the firepower of a single Panzer Grenadier squad. I mean, again, they have a little bit more with those Panzer Tricks that could potentially get kills, but you know, they don't have a lot. Very nice bundle nade falling right on top of the guards rifle, brings him down to 2 men. I don't know if that was a second bundle nade or a counter nade, but it did a lot. No, it was a second bundle nade. Looked like it did a lot of damage to the Panzer Grenadiers, bringing it down to 1 man, and they have to back off. Panzer Grenadiers trying to capture territory. We see the right-hand side getting recaptured by conscripts with the Shrek, and we have Panzer Grenadiers going there to recapture. Points-wise, we currently have a very even game, actually dead even, 254 to 254. So again, it's anybody's game at this point. Although I have to say that Helping Hands has the advantage at this point. He has a lot more armor than Abdul can deal with. Abdul does have those Panzer Shreks that are also quite annoying. But, you know, he has 2 Su-85s and 2 T-34s. T-34s could potentially just ram the Tiger on the rear armor if they can get behind it and get a dead Tiger. Su-85s shooting in conjunction against that Tiger. Ooh, very nice side armor shots by both Su-85s. They connect at the same time, amplifying the explosion, and down goes the Tiger. So Abdul really doesn't have much now that can combat those Su-85s. Obviously, he does have those Shreks. Shreks could potentially take down this Su-85, which is Vet 1. They are actually trying to do that. They're hunting that Su-85. The Su-85 has nowhere to run now. It's at the edge of the map, so it's going to go down to the Shreks. Actually, the first Shrek shot bounces off of the frontal armor. Second shot is being lined up. Does it actually take it out? All the infantry is pushing forward. They're trying to stop those Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadier does take a nasty shot by... Ooh, but it manages to finish off the Su-85, but not without being killed themselves. So a little bit of a sacrifice there for Abdul, but he was a little bit blind there. He got tunnel vision against that Su-85 and he wanted to finish it off. Wasn't worth it. I don't know that it was, but I guess that's what happened. I mean, if he had a Tiger on the field right now, it would have been worth it. I can safely say that, but considering that he doesn't have a Tiger on the field, I'm not exactly sure if it's worth it. Right-hand side, Panzer Grenadiers and the Vet 3 conscripts are engaging almost point blank. Bundle nade falling on top of the conscripts. Conscripts down to 1 man. They are retreating. Very low in health. It is the one with the Panzer Truck. Can he make it out alive? There are only 2 men on that Panzer Grenadier squad, so it looks like the conscript will be able to make it home free. Panzer Grenadiers will take some shots. No, they are already too far away, so lucky there for Helping Hands. He will be able to keep his Vet 3 squad and that Panzer Shrek intact. Center map, we have conscripts pushing forward. T-34 moving up for support. T-34s now have an excellent field position now because they really have not much to worry about. All that is on the field right now is a stolen AT gun, which, you know, it is a threat, obviously, and a Panzer Shrek-equipped Panzer Grenadier, which is somewhere around here. Where is it? It's back at base right now. It's getting healed up and reinforced. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all they have to deal with, and with proper support, you know, it wouldn't be enough for it to be taken out. Half track is currently garrisoned with a lot of infantry, not fully reinforced, but we'll see what happens with that. And T-34 over on the right-hand side is shooting at those 2 Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers are going to get chased down by that T-34. The T-34 is now, I mean, the Panzer Grenadiers are now down to 1 man by that T-34. They are outrunning the tank, but they're getting interrupted by it. Can the T-34 actually finish it off? Looks like he might be able to. The AT gun is going to get aimed at him. He is stopping there to try to get that Panzer Grenadier. The Panzer Grenadier, though, looks like he's actually going to make it out alive. Yeah, he does make it out alive. And a side shot by the AT gun does get some damage on T-34. Panzer Shreks also throw off a volley on the T-34 and bring it down to about 30% health, so the T-34 needs to get the hell out of there. Go back home. Guards rifle in the center. Oh, wow. I thought they actually got out of the range. Very nice nade there by the Guards rifle. Actually kills 3 of those assault grunts at once and forces them off of the field. Very nice counter artillery by the stolen AT gun. For Abdul, gets 2 of those Guards rifle and does a lot of damage, but they now manage to dodge that and just simply stay there for the fight. S-85 taking some shots, actually landing on the Guards rifle a little bit, and the Guards rifle are now forced off of the field. Conscript squad going up against that AT gun. The AT gun should be able to get decrewed by those conscripts, although the conscripts are vanilla conscripts, so they don't have much experience and accuracy bonuses. So the AT gun might actually make it out alive, especially with a Panzer Grenadier squad coming up for support. There is a Vet 3 conscript squad behind it, though, that could actually help out. And we shall see if that manages to help. Nope, the AT gun does make it out alive. The Panzer Grenadiers do stop them in their tracks. More infantry coming over on the left-hand side. Another Panzer Grenadier squad and a flamethrower pioneer. Conscripts do end up having to retreat back home. Vanilla squad down to 2 men, very low in health. So again, vanilla squads don't have the durability bonuses, so they can go down very, very fast. Vet 3 Su-85 just pushing into the center of the map, making sure that no silly business is coming up. T-34 and the half-track in the center of the map with a Panzer Shrek equipped conscript there for support, so very difficult position there to break for Abdul, especially with what he has. Obviously, he does have that anti-infantry capability, so the conscripts could be in a little bit of trouble, but as far as anti-tank goes, there's really not much. Everything is currently in the base for Abdul. He has 1 Panzer Grenadier squad out on the left-hand side. He does currently hold the right-hand side victory point. But I think pretty much for the first time in the game, we now have HelpingHans in the lead with the victory points. It is 226 to 213. So not a big lead, but it is in his favor right now. And like we said, infantry-wise, we do have a stronger force now for Abdul, so he does have the capability of capping. But there is a lot of armor on the field for HelpingHans, and that includes 2 T-34s, which are by no means bad against infantry. T-70s would also be quite useful here, but I don't think HelpingHans wants to invest in those right now, especially because he doesn't have fuel for anything. T-34s going into the center, taking some shots at all that infantry. The conscripts with the Shrek do end up having to retreat down to 2 men, but there is a Guards rifle and a combat engineer there for support. Combat engineers, though, are Vet 3, so that's very nice to see the combat engineers at that. They do get increased durability, so they manage to actually just stay in there and take a lot of shots by assault grunts and Panzer Grenadiers and not actually die. Panzer Shreks on Vet 3 Panzer Grenadier squad do take some nasty shots at that T-34. T-34 ends up having to back away. Stolen AT gun doing some damage at the infantry in the center. Is it actually going to throw that barrage ability? It would be very nice right now if he could. We'll see if it gets activated or if it's currently in cooldown. Probably in cooldown. Nasty shot there by the AT gun. Does get a kill on the Guards rifle. T-34 is taking some shots. Actually, that was an S-35 and a T-34. Very nasty bundle laid right on top. Oh, very nasty bundle lays on top of both units. Conscript squad down to 1 man, ends up having to retreat. And the Guards rifle is just simply going to back away and get in the range of the half-track. Half-track should get repaired if possible, but I don't think that is what HelpingHans want to focus on right now. No, there he is, actually. It's very nice. The conscript squad just runs past that half-track. Su-85 in the center, just holding line, and we see on the left-hand side, Panzer Grenadiers getting harassed by 2 T-34s. The 2 T-34s should be able to do a lot of damage to them, but the Panzer Grenadiers are very high in health for being in 2 men, and it looks like they're going to make it out alive just fine. We do have a mine here by HelpingHans. It didn't actually get finished, so we'll see if he ever gets back to that to finish it off. And conscripts on the right-hand side, not doing anything right now. They didn't get queued up in any orders. Center victory point getting assaulted by assault grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers. We have a Guards rifle in there to deter them. Following it up with the conscripts with the Shrek. And T-34s and Su-85s there just for added bonus. Guard's rifle, though, end up going down to all this sustained fire. Assault Grenadiers end up picking up the DP light machine gun that the guards dropped. Nice Molotov going down on top of the AT gun. The AT gun does just simply back off out of the fire and makes it alive. And yeah, again, the thing here is that Abdul has a lot of anti-infantry capabilities with those types of infantry, especially, you know, a lot of Panzer Grenadiers. Again, T-34s can do some damage against them, but they're not specialized anti-infantry, so they're, I guess you could just say, slightly more useful than Su-85s as far as it goes against infantry. Right-hand side, conscripts capturing the victory point. Points are currently 225 to 172 in the favor of Helping Hands, so he still has a comfortable position in that sense. Su-85 taking some shots at the moving infantry for Abdul. And we have the conscripts and the combat engineers engaging Panzer Grenadiers and assault grants. We now have a Tiger again on the field for Abdul. It looks like the Tiger might have actually hit a mine, although it just simply has engine damage, but it has a lot of damage to itself, so it might have actually been a mine. But the Su-85 is nowhere, is in no position to actually fight against it. AT gun pushing back, trying to run away from the conscripts, but we do have two T-34s that are currently running out of this base sector, which will be able to get on top of that AT gun before it runs away. It also has a conscript squad nearby it, which is Bed 3, which would be able to clear it out quite fine. And down goes two of their men on the shot for the T-34. And there he goes. AT guns get cleared out. Is he going to pick it up? I would. And he does. So very nice there. So Helping Hands recovers his stolen AT gun and is now in a more comfortable position against that Tiger. Tiger ends up having to back away. It is getting apparently hunted by the Vet 3 Su-85. Can he actually get him? We shall see. Su-85 moving into position. Does it actually have... Oops, sorry. Does it actually have the... No, it doesn't have the focus sight. It moves into range of the Tiger. The Tiger is going to fire back at the Su-85. But the Su-85 does have Vet 3, so that allows him to take a lot of damage. Down goes the marked vehicle, and the focus sight also gets engaged. So the Su-85 will do a lot of damage to the Tiger. The Tiger is now in a sliver of health. Can the Su-85 finish him off? No, he actually misses his shot, and he's now at risk of getting taken out by those Panzer Treks. It needs to break that focus sight and get himself out of there. There it goes. Nice usage of abilities by Helping Hands, and the Su-85 should be able to make it out alive even against those Panzer Treks. Conscripts back here taking some shots at those Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers are still pushing forward, trying to get that Su-85. There is a AT gun here getting repaired by those combat engineers. Very nice. And the Panzer Grenadiers at Bed 3 are just simply walking through anything. They throw a bundle late on the AT gun, and the AT gun dodges it quite nicely. And the Shreks open up on it. 50 cal on that half track. Took some shots at the Panzer Shrek equipped Grens, or well, Panzer Grenadiers that is. But it only angered them, and they returned fire with their Shreks. So it's down to very low health, to about 10% health, you could say. There is a mine here on this approach, so it could be a little bit of a bait there by Helping Hands. Ooh, very nasty shot there. It brings down the combat engineers to one man and almost actually detonates the mine. So very lucky there that the mine didn't blow up. But the combat engineers do make it out alive. Panzer Grenadiers with those Shreks are getting engaged by the conscript squad and two T-34s. T-34s do end up making them retreat, and there they go. The Tiger is currently getting repaired by Pioneers, and we have Panzer Grenadiers and the Assault Grants on the left-hand side. Still pushing forward against those Panzer Grenadiers, down to two men. It looks like they will be able to make it out alive, and not a lucky break there for Helping Hands, but he does currently have the entire map in his possession, so I think he's fine. Abdul is now less than 100 points, and he's currently triple capped, so Helping Hands is going to be sitting very comfortably in a very comfortable position. And again, very nice by Helping Hands. He decides to go tier 1 and gets himself a sniper. Very nice usage of all his resources, and that sniper is not currently shooting at anything. We do have Panzer Grens engaging this conscript squad, and is the sniper going to help out? No, the sniper turns around and takes a shot at assault Grens over here by the AT gun. Also, brilliant choice by Helping Hands to get a sniper. Sniper is so effective against Panzer Grenadiers, it's kind of ridiculous. Conscript squad do end up having to retreat. The sniper is pushing forward, probably going to snipe the one man left on this squad. And there it goes. And boom goes that guy. So very nice. Already paid for itself, eliminating an entire squad of Panzer Grenadiers. Assault Grand's trying to run away. The snipers are able to shoot at them. And down goes one Assault Grand, down to one man. And that Assault Grand looked like it dropped a weapon. I thought it dropped the DP light machine gun, but no, they're still in their possession. Down to 43 points for Abdul. I don't think there's much he can do. He is about to get his Tiger back to full strength. Can he use this to turn the game and recover? He needs to capture points. He needs to capture 2 points and stop the bleed. He needs to do it now with 33 points, 31 points. I mean, that's basically 10 ticks and he's done. So we shall see if he can do anything about it. Tiger going straight into the middle of the field. It isn't supported by infantry. The infantry is currently getting barely reinforced. We have a Panzertrex in the center. Down to 19 points, down to 16 points. The Tiger is going forward, but, well, we do have a Pioneer going over to the right-hand side. We should be able to capture that point. He needs to send something into the middle right now. And there goes the second Pioneer squad, down to 10 points, down to 7. I don't think this is going to be enough. He's not going to be able to decapture that point. I mean, on time. And down to 4. Tiger moves in, Panther 4 moves up against the Tiger. T-34 moves against the Tiger. But that is it. That is all she wrote. Abdul was not able to recover and stop the bleed. And he is killed off by victory point count. Very nice game. Very long game. 56 minutes. Wow. But very intense pretty much throughout the entire game. That was quite amazing. And very nice back and forth. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description below. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.